This hack for financial advisors solves one of the most time-consuming parts of the gig, which is taking notes. And when it's all implemented, you won't have to lift a single finger. This is so effective that it will save you hours of time every single week. Let's get into it. It is no secret that compliance seems like a burden to any advisor who breathes, and taking notes from your meetings and storing them into your database is a mandatory duty of all advisors. I remember if our compliance officer had nothing to say about any changes in the network that week, we would all be so happy and tell her how good of a job that she did that week because she said absolutely nothing. It's a real and it stinks, but there's ways we can work around this. And it involves using AI. I've played around with so many methods in the past on how to take notes effectively. From jotting down all important info in the meeting and then compiling it through memory afterwards, or going back and re listening to recordings. And although there are important things to note in the middle of a meeting that you can go back on and discuss later, maybe one of their goals or some numbers they want to hit financially, all of these strategies ended up distracting me when I should be listening to my client or prospect, or it simply took up too much time when I could be doing something else that's more productive. This is where Google Meet's AI powered summary feature comes in. If you aren't using this already, here's how it works. This AI machine captures a full transcript of what's said and auto generates a clear, structured summary in the same Google Doc. It even creates a folder for you to store all of your meetings by date. No more flipping through an hour-long recording because you'll get the key takeaways in seconds. If I was still an advisor, I would force a mandatory meeting in my network and make everybody start using this, or at least encourage them to, because it's that effective. And I know you must be thinking there are other tools that reach the same goal, like Otter.ai or Fireflies.ai. And you're absolutely right, because these tools do record and summarize meetings. But here's the key difference: they are separate apps that live outside of your workflow. Gemini works differently. It lives inside of Google Workspace, so it automatically summarizes your docs, your meetings, and Drive files without even leaving the platform. The full setup runs about an extra $12 a month compared to the other platforms, which are typically around $20 a month. The real advantage is you're not jumping from app to app. Everything is integrated in one home. Everything from the summaries to insights, everything that you're already working on is already in one place. Personally, I'm a guy who loves convenience, so this trade-off is 100% worth it to me. And if you would like me to make another video on how we can implement Gemini with the other Google tools, please drop a comment below and I'd be more than happy to do that. So we explained the efficiency of an AI note taker and we chose out the best one. So from start to finish, we are, without lifting a finger, the transcript of a meeting and summarization of the notes created for us. So now let's actually test this out to see if it actually works, right? Because I can say all this and have it not do anything. So let's get right into it here. Okay, so now let's hop in a meeting here and blur out a bunch of junk just so it shows you that it's capturing everything. English, of course. Let's turn on Gemini here. Okay, so now I'm just going to spew out a bunch of stuff. My name is Douglas Funa. My email is douglasfuna123@gmail.com. It's not actually that. But my phone number is 908 908 123 123. My address is 123 Main Street, New York City, New York. All fictitious. And some notes here. My favorite food is buffalo chicken wings. Um, I like flats in particular. I like drums, but if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely choose my flats. I'm not a big dipper. I don't like ranch or blue cheese with my wings. I just go, the sauce is enough for me. And if it's dry rub, the wings they have to be juicy. So if they're not juicy, I'm not going to pick up the wing in the first place. Also, I am 45 years old. I want to retire at 50 to pursue my lifelong dream of preserving wildlife in the Amazon rainforest. Okay, so let's go to, what was that? Meeting recordings here. Right here. We have a summary. So here's a summary of what I was saying. Douglas introduced themselves, fictitious info, favorite food is buffalo chicken wings, flats over drums. Is that a is that controversial? Let me know. I feel like flats are so much better because you can just take it like one and done. Am I psycho? I don't know. Wings are great. Um, aims to retire at 50, preserve alert, and then the whole transcript's here. So yeah, this really saves hours of time every week for a financial advisor, considering that this is something that you need to do every single meeting you attend, right? So that's going to be it for today's video. I am really glad if you found any value from this, because that's the goal. And if so, I would appreciate it if you hit the like button and perhaps subscribed if this was enough for that. Maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, that's going to do it. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Peace out.